everybody. Good morning. My name is Dara Banjo, and I am happy to have you guys here. I'm honored that you want to listen to me. So it's a pleasure to have you here. And yes, I will be taking you today on storytelling in fine art. So yes, let's dive right into it. So, what's in the story by Dara Banjo? Me. So yes, this will be our agenda for today. What we'll be learning today is definition of fine art photography, what storytelling is, the art of storytelling in fine art, and knowing your story. And the things we'll not be learning are how to take pictures, basic photography skills, which I'm very sure that everybody has a knowledge of basic photography skill, how to handle a camera. I'm very sure nobody brought a camera here. Okay. So, and how to get jobs. I don't know that one. So, yes. Fine art photography is an artistic discipline where the photographer seeks to express their personal vision and emotion through an image. So, fine art photography for me is how I want to portray my vision into imagery, how I want to tell my story, it being emotional or it being any kind of story through an image. Fine art photography focus more on expressing ideas and creativity rather than just capturing reality. It is different from photography. It is different from photography used in ads or selling products because it gives photographer more freedom to experiment with things like how the picture is set up, the feeling, the lighting, and the editing. So, yes, the resulting works are often displayed in galleries and are intended to provoke thought and evoke emotions or spark emotions among viewers. I'm very sure every one of us here have actually had an encounter whereby we create a specific image that are so dear to us, and then we actually show maybe a close friend or probably just a stranger, and you see the moment they actually see the image, they already literally have a certain feel to how the image is. Like for instance, you see Manuel work here like this, and then the moment you see it, oh, you already have a feeling of how the you already have a connection to the image. That's because the photographer already instant his vision into the image. So that is literally what fine art photography is. So, elements of fine art photography. There are obviously a lot of elements of fine art photography, but I'm only going to be sticking to four, which is abstract, portrait, landscape, and still life photography. Abstract focus, we all know what abstract photography is. Abstract focus on shapes, colors, and form, rather than just recognizable subjects. So, whereby you place objects to tell the story rather than using an actual human being or probably an animal. So, portrait. Portrait has to do with the expression and emotion and personality of the subject, whereby you have to use either a human being or an animal. Sorry. Yeah. So, landscape. Landscape captures natural or urban area, often with the help of composition and light. Still life focus on sorry, inanimate objects arranged in a thoughtful composition. And therefore, each type aims to evoke emotions and connect to the body of your work. Thank you. Like I said, portrait photography. Portrait photography has to do with the emotions. You can see from the first image, a man, you can see his expression in his face. His expression alone already tells you all about the image. And then we have landscape photography, whereby you see like, oh, landscape, urban area. We all know what landscape is. So this is literally an image telling you. Abstract photography. If looking at this image, what exactly can you see from this image? Footprint on the beach. Exactly. Abstract. You're not seeing the leg, but you can actually tell that it has to do with the feet on sand. Yes. So still life has to you place an object to tell a story. You place an object to tell a story rather than using a subject. All right. Definition of storytelling. Storytelling in photography refers to the use of image to spread a narrative or communicate a specific idea or emotion. Yes. So this is from a series that I did, Liberty or Freedom. It's about being comfortable in your skin, despite the society that we are in. So, from the look of each image, you will notice that they are all photographed outside. That has to do with the story behind it, liberty or freedom, portraying that, oh, despite me being naked, I am comfortable in my skin, no matter if I am outdoor or indoor. That was what the series is about. So behind every image, there's behind all these images, they all have one connection, which is the story behind it. So that is what is storytelling. Can I get the next slide, please? Yeah. We have the subject and the composition. We have subjects and composition. We have lighting and mood. We have symbols and we have emotions. Subject and composition. Subject and composition. The subject portray how you want to show the subject literally is the main character, and the composition is how it's being framed. Yes, exactly. Lighting and mood. Light creates the mood. Bright for happy, dark for mysterious or sad. If you're trying to say somebody is happy for an instance, you obviously will want the pictures to be all bright and colorful. But if you put an happy person in a dark room and the person is just smiling, you're obviously going to think the person is actually running mad, because that's literally how the story is going to look like. But if you put a sad person in a dark room, you know that, oh, automatically you connect to the feeling of, oh, this person is actually sad. And you actually want to know the story behind why the person is sad. So symbols from the previous image of still life photography, using objects to portray your story. Yes. Emotions have to do with how your subject expresses themselves in your image, telling a story of, oh, if they're sad, if they're happy, if like different emotions. It shows different emotions. Storytelling involves emotions. So yes. Next slide, please. Uh, How to create storytelling in your own heart. Concept. For an instance, we all have, for photographers, we intend to call it mood board, which is knowing the theme. That is literally so. Concept, having a clear idea and theme of what exactly the story is going to be all about. Composition, like I said before, framing your subject, or framing your story. You can have a little dog sitting in the middle of nowhere. Is it lost? Or is it lost, or is it just thinking? Because all animals is a living thing, and you never can tell what's going on in its head. Um, yeah, post processing. For me, I enjoy editing because I feel like it's where my strength is. I love to edit because, oh, it's where my strength is, and it gives me more more freedom to express myself digitally. Most people will want to get it on the day of the shoot. I want to get it when I'm actually editing, because I can intend to manipulate. I can bring down heaven on into my picture. Like I can decide to put anybody or even anything out of space. So for me, I love to edit. So that is post processing. Next slide, please. Knowing your story. Personal vision. Personal vision. Your story helps you define. Your story helps you define your vision. Knowing what drives you allow you to create art and sorry. So personal vision. For we fine art photographers, we intend to want to connect more to what we want to create. So um, knowing your story helps you actually define what exactly you want it to be, what you want your story to be, and then how you want to portray it into your pictures. So, creative choice. Your story guides you. Your story guides you. For example, if your story revolves around themes of isolation, like I said before, lighting and mood. So yes, you can decide to shoot in black and white like me. You can decide to shoot in colors of having so many colors. Every color has a theme and they have a meaning to it. So yes, creative choice also matters. Um, inviting viewers into your world. This is you creating image and actually allowing your viewers to have their own interpretation of how they see your work. Yes. Can I have the next slide, please? Ha. So my storytelling process in Moon Heart. So other than explaining it, I would love to show you how I shoot my nude heart in practical. So I have a model here, and can I have the next slide? Yeah, you can tell her to change. So it has to be, yeah. It's about an isolated space girl. As we all know, I love to play with helmets. I don't know why, maybe because I like bike. So yes, the idea is to take her to the kitchen, and she's going to so the whole storytelling behind it, the theme behind it is she's isolated from the entire world. She's alone. She's distant, and everything happening around her she doesn't want to know. She just wants to be in a space. That we are humans. I'm very sure everybody once in a while, no matter how old you are, we all have that kind of emotions. So for me, I like to whenever I'm creating any body of work, I like to literally dig into story emotions, because we sometimes we bottle up our emotions, and sometimes we fake it, and sometimes so people will not even want to have anything to do with anybody that's so emotional because they find it so dramatic. But for me, I feel like um I want to focus more on it because it's something we don't talk about a lot in this society. So yes, while the model gets ready, um, thank you very much. Sorry I rushed it, but because I was scared. You people look like you want to beat me up. So yes, thank you. Does anybody have any question while we wait? So people understand everything I spoke. Anything you have a question? Oh yeah, let me see to you.
So I was following your work and
Thank you.
following your stuff. I think that half the things you share, you don't always like when it comes to like the depth of why you use certain elements in your work, you don't get to always explain.
Me?
Like on IG, that's what
Oh, okay, yes.
So how do you share the story? Because I believe that art is both objective and subjective, right? So I have the power to project whatever I feel from your work. But then the authentic story behind what you're sharing belongs to you and you alone. So how have you dealt with sharing the stories that are authentic from your creation?
That's where we have write up or caption. But for me, I would rather not. Sometimes, actually, I will rather not write what I feel about the image. I want to actually see what my viewer has to say about the picture that I created for them. Excuse me. So, yes, that's literally how. Yeah. No more question. Wow. Thank you very much.